guys! Today, out of all days, because today's 11/11, it's November 11, 2017. I am going to share my story on traveling and synchronicity. Right? So I hope you enjoy my video. This goes back about a year ago in November, December. After a couple of these situations that had happened to me, which I will get into, I started reading a book. This book. And yes, The Power of the Heart. And it's from Baptiste de Papi. Baptiste de Papi. I think I'm saying it right. I'm actually borrowing it from the library. This book entails so much about just listening to your heart and how you find your true purpose in life on like a deeper connection, deeper level. I learned so much. Like now that I'm reading it and I kind of take a glance back of everything that had happened with the synchronicities. The purpose of why I bring this book up is because after my stories of the synchronicities that had happened to me, and I thought they were coincidences, I was aligning to my higher purpose of love and doing things from my heart that made the connections and made things in sync. And I thought that was so bizarre that this is why I'm making this video for you. This is one of the biggest story that I will share with you. So if you are into good stories, or oh my god, did this really happen? And what is happening? Like, pinch me kind of stories, then you might find this story pretty interesting as well. I came back from Paris in November. I went there because if you are following me on my Instagram, I am an avid lover of love and France and just the culture, lights and love and everything. So it embodies everything of where and what I wanted to feel and have. And it was just a big, big part of my heart. So I went. And so when I came back from France, I think I was going through a rough patch, and everything was in line with how I was feeling and what was going. Like, I had such a good time. And so I remember one night I cried, and I was really upset about I think what was happening in my life, and just small little thing about love, and I want to find love in this kind of thing, right? So I want to find like my true partner. Like, this is what was going on in my head at the moment. So I was crying myself to sleep, and I had prayed, and I was thinking, and I had sent it out saying, okay, I just want, and this is exactly what I said, I just want the man of my dreams to just put a ring on my finger, like, and that was it. And I stopped crying, and then I was like, just let it go. It'll be okay. Like, just don't worry about it. And so right after my Paris trip, I was thinking, I have this feeling to go somewhere in Spain, in Granada, right? Somewhere in the south of Spain. There's something, and I don't even know. I've never been to Spain. So there was something about that I had felt like, after Paris, where do I go? Like, I need some kind of, I had this feeling, and I'm like, I love Spain. I have so much influence and culture that I derive from there. So the next day, I remember going out And I had such, like, my energy was so good. And I was like, you know, good was going to happen. And later that night, I had went out with a girlfriend. We stopped by this little corner and we decided to stay a little bit after we had drinks with our friend that we were with. So as we were leaving the wine bar that we went to, um, we decided to kind of walk around the strip, and I will tell you exactly where we were at. We were in Fort Lauderdale, and so we decided to kind of walk around and just, sightsee and see what else was around happening in the night. And all of a sudden, I don't know what gotten into me, but I had asked in this corner bar that we walked by, I had saw somebody smoking, and I don't smoke, so it was weird for me to ask for a cigarette. And I asked the guy that he was smoking. I was like, could I have a cigarette? And I had just started a conversation with him, and he was with a friend as well. And I saw him glance kind of quickly. He was a very, very attractive guy, and he seemed a little timid, shy, maybe. And I was talking more with the guy that gave me the cigarette. And so when we were talking, my girlfriend, we're all like exchanging conversation, but I wasn't paying the guy in the corner anything in mind. I don't know what it was. I think I was a little shy because he was very attractive and I just didn't know what to say. I didn't know. I was more comfortable talking to the guy with the cigarette, and that was just a little funny, kind of shy, I guess, to look that way. Not insecure, but I was just like more directed to my comfort. So I was kind of looking at somebody that was going to make me feel comfortable. This guy was really, really gorgeous and handsome, so that's why I wasn't paying attention. Like, uh, that's how I am. I know that's a little weird, but yes. Now that I think about it, I was like, yeah, you're very shy. That's so funny. Anyways, so we're talking, and I asked, where they're from, and they say that they're from Malaga, and that's the south of Spain. And I was like fascinated. I'm like, ooh, Spain, that is so cool because I'm in love with Spain and I really want to live there in the future. That is one of the places just my heart is calling to go and live and be there. So, yes. And so we're talking a lot, and as you can see, I talk a lot with my hands. I'm talking a lot with my hands, and they're just moving around on their own. And I was wearing a chevron ring, and I was wearing another ring here, and I was talking a lot, and then all of a sudden, one of my rings on my finger fly off. My ring fell off, and it landed like next to him or something, and he picked it up, and then I was just like, okay, here you go, put it on my finger. And he put it on, and everybody started kind of laughing, and they're like, ooh, you're gonna get married, right? And I just thought about that. I was just laughing because, you know, I didn't think about it. I'm like, yeah, that's funny. Then we had a good night. The end of the night passed, and he had asked me what I had thought about him, and he told me that he told his friend, the one I was talking to a lot, that he thought after he put the ring on my finger that maybe I was the girl he was going to marry. it didn't dawn on me until it didn't dawn on me until the next day. Um, just we exchanged numbers, we started talking a little bit, and then he had said this. He had said that I had told my friend, the guy that I was chatting with, that he thought that maybe this is the girl that he's gonna marry. And when I had screenshotted what he had said, and I had sent this whole story and what he had said that night from him thinking he was gonna marry me, I had sent it to my mom. And then And then it dawned on me. It made me realize what I had said the night before I had went out about just having the man of my dreams putting the ring on my finger. That was bizarre. And my heart was coming out of my chest. Like, I could not believe this was happening. And just a funny story. Like, this is the funniest story that has ever happened to me, because I mean, anything that you ask for, anything, and I always tried to plant positive seeds, happy seeds, good seeds, just anything good that will manifest like beautifully. And this is a point of me wanting to share this. I just thought that was so bizarre, and till this day, I still can't get over it. But I decided I wanted to share this now, where this happened. And yeah, it's almost like a romance story, and I just thought that was too funny too funny and too real. This is just everything to not have to share it. Like, I have to share it. So, yes, now everybody else can hopefully share a story out. Somebody out here watching can share their remarkable story about just manifesting and putting what it is in your heart and creating that. I think the power of your heart and the power of love, because God is love, is exactly what people need to share. And I am so happy to share this with you. It's finally a big lift off of my shoulders. It's a big lift off of my shoulders and a big, like, pull out of my heart. So I am happy to share this. And yes, I think that was trying to say to me was, don't be so shy on talking to the guy. He was really gorgeous, and I think maybe he was intimidated by me too. Maybe he didn't know what to say. I mean, he didn't seem like, there's guys that try to like hit on you and try to, come off really strong. I really don't like that. So I think that was the one thing that really attracted me to him. And now that I think about it, it is pretty funny how it worked out. I ended up sharing the story to my mom. I had to share this story because I just thought it was pretty funny once I found out that it wasn't just me, it was something he had thought about too. And when he had mentioned that this could be the girl that I'm going to marry, when he said that, there's points in my life where I'm just like, oh my god, did this just happen? Like, this is freaky, right? It's so weird how I was very aware of what was happening and in tune with what he was saying. I screenshotted what he said, And of course, I'm not going to put it in this video because it's private, but it's my story and that I wanted to mention to you. I had sent this to my mom and she could not believe it as well. Destiny is pretty magical and it is like magic. Love is like magic. So, yes, if you believe in, I'm sorry, you have to believe in love because love has so much magic to share. And there's so many good things that can happen from just love. So, if you aren't in the position of getting and receiving good things, maybe you can change your frequency a little bit to allow and accept good things to happen. And yes, I hope you enjoyed my story about my synchronicity experience. And I hope that you can share with me maybe a couple things that have happened in your life. I hope to connect with some of you, leave some comments, maybe a video response on your story. I would love to hear it, and have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you are. All right? Bye.